Hey, what is up everybody? My name is Rahul and in this video we are creating one more cybersecurity project which is catered towards the absolute beginners. Now it's called capturing the HTTP traffic. As the name suggests, we would be capturing HTTP traffic through the cybersecurity project. So here is our computer. It has got an interface through which it communicates with the internet. Here is a web server which listens to the HTTP traffic normally on ports 80 and 443, and it also has an interface, but for now let's just forget this part because we don't want to confuse ourselves. So here is the interface through which I'll be communicating with the web server. Now what we will be doing is we will be creating a listener which will listen to the traffic on the interface, and what we will be doing is we will be specifically listening to traffic on port 80 because our traffic goes on to port 80. So let's begin. Alright, so let's just use Sublime sniffer.py, and here we have it. So what we will be doing is we will be using Scapy because Scapy has a lot of things. Scapy has something called Scapy layers HTTP, which can help you sort out or filter HTTP traffic. It has a class called HTTP request, which can help you accomplish a lot of things. So we'll be diving mostly into it, and let's see how it goes. First of all, what we would be doing is we would be importing Scapy. Scapy.all import asterisk from scapy.layers.http import HTTP request. There are two things that we would be doing. First of all, we would be sniffing the packets on a particular interface. We would be creating one method for that, and secondly we will be creating another method which would actually process that packet. So let's begin. First of all, what we would do is sniff HTTP packet, and let's say interface, and here we will pass in our interface. So if interface sniff filter is equal to port 80. Now this filter is very similar to the filter that you pass in a Wireshark. You can pass in port 80 or you can type in port 443 just like this, but right now we would be just be dealing with port 80 is equal to process HTTP packet, face is equal to interface, and store is equals to false. Now what did I do here? Sniff is a method that belongs to Scapy, which tells Scapy which port to filter and which port to listen on. So we have specified port 80. iFace is the interface. We would be passing in our interface, and I'll be telling you in a moment what that interface is. PRN is process HTTP packet. So here is our actual function. So what it would do here is it would sniff anything on port 80 and it would send that packet to this function. So what do we need to do is we need to create a function like this: else print enter interface. Alright, now what we can do is create another function process HTTP packet, and here we would be needing to pass in the packet, because here the packet that it has filtered would be sent to this method, and here it would accept an argument. So if packet dot has layer, first of all we would need to identify if this is an HTTP packet. So HTTP request, if it is a packet, let's say URL is equal to packet HTTP request. Now what did I just do here? So that packet, what I'm doing here from that packet is I'm capturing the host. Now how did I know that? First of all, you can get documentation, but if I use Python and if I use HTTP request .show, you will see that there are quite a lot of arguments or extensions to it. Here it is, host. I could also see from, and all the headers that are associated with the HTTP request. So what I'm essentially doing here is I'm just grabbing the host, and I would also write in decode. So I would also be getting the method packet http request dot method dot decode. Now I am only interested in URL method and the IP address, but what you can do is you can make use of all of these. You can go ahead and try all of these out. So yeah, so here we have the method, and I will also be getting my IP. So packet IP dot source. Let's just print them out. We will be using the format specifiers. So let's just say IP. Okay, IP URL. All right. Else print this is not a HTTP packet. All right, great. Now let's just write the last part out. Sniff HTTP packets, and here let me pass my interface. And how did I find this interface? Let me just show you. You just type in ifconfig, and here you will see your interface, which is ETH0. So now that I have it, let me just run that program. Python 3 sniffer.py, and here it is actually okay. Operation not permitted because I need to run it as sudo. Just a second, sudo python 3 sniffer.py, and let me just curl http or google.com, and here you will see that it says I have reached out to google.com. Now why am I getting this? This is because there might have been other requests that might have gone to http google.com, because those might have been TCP packets or some other packets. So this as of now only works to get the method and the URL part, but if you are actually thinking of reproducing this project, you can go ahead and write a body for post method, so in order for you to print out the contents of the post message.